Trade Genius.
Hey guys, how's it going? Philip with Trade Genius. Okay, so on this video, I wanted to talk about a little bit of a niche product that you may or may not be aware of, and it's the ability to trade Bitcoin without even owning Bitcoin or dealing with a futures account, but still being able to trade the moves. And what we're going to be looking at is binary options, or specifically Nadex. They have what's called spreads. They're most known for binary options, which are basically true or false contracts. So you can enter a trade if you believe price is going to end at a specific time. There's different time contracts. If you believe it's going to end at a specific time above a certain price, let's say for like the stock indexes, you can pick a strike. Like say 2,500 on the S&P. If you think it's going higher than 2,500 by the end of the day, you would buy that contract. And depending where price is in relation to that strike, the contract will be a certain amount. And so you'll be able to profit if it closes true, or you lose if it closes false. So it's a true-false type of contract. But what we're going to focus on is the spreads. Now, at Trade Genius, we do binary options in addition to crypto. So if you wanted to get the binary option signals, you could go to tradegenius.co, click on binary options, and you would have the screen would come up and you could get our binary option signal. What would be a bit better than that would be going to the Trade Genius Academy. And I know this special is ending, doing this video toward the end of midnight here, but you can still use this 50me code. And what's going to happen is I would suggest using this package here, because that will get you not only our crypto signals, but the binary option signals. We are currently 63 wins, 3 losses on our binary options algorithm. We focus on the Forex, 63 and 3. So something we don't always talk about, but it's there. Now, getting back to Nadex and Bitcoin. So what they do is they have what they call Bitcoin weekly spread. I'm going to explain this to you, what this means and how you can trade it. So here is a contract, and what they do is they make a spread contract, and it's a range. So this spread contract ranges from a low of $4,700 to a high of $14,700. So that's the market makers basically saying, okay, Bitcoin has X volatility, so it's possible that we might see a big move. So they make it pretty wide, because what they don't want is a move to go outside the contract range, because then if that happened, they would lose business. People wouldn't be able to trade because it moved out of the contract range. So they like to make it nice and wide to capture whatever possible move could happen during the week. Okay, so what you would do is let's say you set up a Nadex account, you can start trading binary options with Nadex for as little as $200. But with spreads, you need to be a little bit more capitalized. So if you click on the ticket comes up. You have a bid and an offer. And typically the spread's a little wide, and it's typically revolves around where the price is currently at. So their indicative index is kind of like the current price, so 10,417. So it's like, roughly $20 higher on the offer and $20 lower on the bid from this actual price indicator. So you do have a kind of a wide spread. But what this enables you to do is get your feet wet with trading Bitcoin. So for example, if we wanted to look at a trade setup, and let's just say we're looking at Bitcoin, and so I like to look at the 4-hour chart, trying to see what we're doing. Now we've broken out of this descending wedge nicely. We've pulled up, actually kind of broke above the bear fib zone, but got kind of smacked down, and then we've pulled back now into a bull fib zone. And what catches my eye is not only are we pulling back to this bull fib zone, but we also have the Stokes are ready to cross over and come up. And when we get down to these levels, you can get a bounce off those. So like we got here, And I like it when it comes into conjunction with not only coming off of moving averages, but also the bear fib zone. So like this is a spot where, I'm kind of liking it. If I wanted to drill down further, I could get down to, let's say the 15-minute chart, and we also have a buy signal on our swing indicator. So you know what? Okay, we're gonna be heading into the London session. If I'm gonna just say I'm gonna stop out over here, if we fall below, I'll just stop out. But the thing is, with one contract, it's pretty tame because the way Nadex does this is that one spread contract is equal to 1/10 of the price movement of Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin moves up $10, you're making $1 profit. All right. So let's just say I'm going to just take a stab at it here at the current price. You'll notice max loss $574. So what that means is they want you to have enough capital in your account to cover the theoretical maximum loss. So the contract, you can't, even if price went below 4,700, you can't, your contract in this contract, it won't go any lower than 4,700. That's your max loss. So that's why they want you to be capitalized at least for that amount based on the current price. And as price moves around, this changes. Also on the upside, you have a max profit of 426 because that's the maximum upside of this contract. So it's a range of price, but if price moves outside that range, you don't lose any more or make any more because it's locked into this range. So you can leverage this up as much as you want. If you want this to move 1-to-1 with Bitcoin, you go with a size of 10, but now you've got to have more capital in your account. So I recommend 1 if you're getting used to trading Bitcoin. So as I said, there's a case here for going long Bitcoin. So I'm just going to say go long, and I'm going to place the order, and boom, I'm into that spread. Now you're going to automatically start off negative because of the spread. So the bid price is what it's going to be looking at based on what you entered. So because there is a spread between the bid and the ask, you're always going to start off negative. That's just the way it is with these contracts. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to look now. It's like, okay, so where's my target? Now, on the downside of this, you have to kind of hawk your stops. There's no built-in stop loss. So you do have to be around to, if it does go against you, you want to just get out of the trade, and I'll show you how you can do that. But if I want to establish a target, so let's say I'm looking for this fib extension at 11,448. What I'll do is now you got to keep in mind that the spread, when it gets up to this level, you're going to have the spread on the bid over here and a spread on the ask over here. And it's about $20. So I'm going to just say that my target is going to be 11,000, we'll call it 420. That'll be my target to get hit on the bid. Okay. So what I'll do is we'll go back to the Nadex screen, and I'll put that in there, 11,420. So I click on this, my contract, and it's already populated to sell. It will go to the exact opposite of what your current position is, because you can go either way. You can short it, you could sell the contract and go short, or you can go long. So this is set up to, when you click on it, it'll go to the side that will close out the position. But so I'm going to type in here 11,420. Okay. So that's going to be my target. Now I can place that ticket order. Okay. And it's just going to work until that gets hit. So I'm going to leave that, and we'll see how that pans out over the course of the day. So that's one way, guys, you could do it. This is a very low leveraged product, kind of get your feet wet with Bitcoin. And, if you're getting more comfortable, you can also leverage this up to full 1-to-1 or even more. But again, keep in mind that depending where price is, if price dove down and got low or closer to the range of the lower end range of this spread contract, then you wouldn't require as much capital. So it's just constantly just looking at what's the maximum theoretical loss per contract. And that's what the kind of capital requirement it's going to be asking of you. So one thing to just like, it's not a very well-known product, but it's one way where you can get your feet wet trading Bitcoin without having to go through the rigmarole of owning Bitcoin through the exchanges, if that's if that's an issue for you, or if you live somewhere where the exchanges aren't accessible to you, or you're just getting into Bitcoin, or you're just getting into the trading part of it, this is a very tame way to do that without being super leveraged, like say futures. Futures contracts require a lot of capital and they're leveraged. So, you really got to know what you're doing. This is a little more forgiving. And so you're not risking a lot of loss. So anyway, I thought I would share that with you guys, and kind of a quick scenario of how, I look at, particular trade setup. And we cover this in our course too on how I look at the charts and how we trade the charts and stuff. So anyway, guys, just thought I would pass that along. And as far as Bitcoin goes, we were really styling here. We'll switch gears now and look at Bitcoin. We were styling right here. We broke the trend line. This was green at this point, and then about, I don't know, midnight Eastern, or actually after the Asian session, it just puked. And we were kind of right back where we started before we broke out of this trend line. So this trend line's been kind of just putting up a fight. Every time we get around it, we thought we were in the clear here, but this coincided with our big 11,700 level, smack back down. Now we're running back up again. Structurally, still like the way things are looking though. We got this inverted head and shoulders. We still got our long signals. This is the right inverted shoulder. And so now we're just kind of looking for this to break that trend line. And I think that once we get this push up and we break that, this is going to be the final assault on 11,700 area. This is going to break. And I think we're going to come up and we're going to tag eventually this fib target here of this 13,167. So that is what I'm looking at as far as how this is setting up. Still think this inverted head and shoulders that we have is a bigger bottoming formation. And this measured move actually would run us up to about this blue line here, 16,500 area. Okay, so that's still in play. What would make me bearish on that is if we broke this prior low here around 9,000, this 9,400, 9,380 level. Okay, but right now it looks like we still got the momentum to the upside. All right, guys, that's it for me. I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching. And like I said, hit that coupon 50me. If you get that chat room deal, you'll get the binary option signals as well as our crypto signals. And we're having a lot of fun with all that stuff in the room. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.